Hello Fargo, I'm Captain Matt Christensen and I currently oversee the Neighborhood Services Division for the Fargo Police Department. Coming to you today to discuss an incident that occurred on June 7th, 2025, in which 3 of our officers were assaulted in downtown Fargo while trying to effect a lawful arrest. The purpose of this video is to release the officers' body camera footage and provide some information related to what you will see in the videos. When this incident occurred, a video taken by a citizen was released to the public by a local media outlet which received a lot of attention. We indicated at that time that once the case was complete, we would release the officer's body-worn camera footage in its entirety to the public. In order to be transparent with the community we serve, and also to provide some additional context to the incident, I want to walk you through the video so you can get the full scope of what occurred. On June 7th, 2025 at 4:35 p.m., one of our officers was working in our real-time crime center and monitoring cameras downtown. The officer was alerted to movement in the stairwell of the Roberts Alley parking ramp at 625 2nd Avenue North. The officer reviewed the video and witnessed 2 males standing in view of the camera, one he recognized from past experiences and knew that he had an open warrant for his arrest. The other was observed smoking a substance from a clear glass tube, which is typically used to ingest methamphetamine. The officer notified patrol officers in the area who responded to the scene. As the officers arrived, they located the individual with the open warrant who was placed under arrest, but the second individual left as officers arrived. The officer in the real-time crime center gave a description of the second male and his direction of travel, and a short time later, Officer Cole Winter and Officer Latasha Dean located a male matching that description at 2nd Avenue and Robert Street. Officer Avery Jensen from the community engagement team was also in the area and responded. When officers arrived, Officer Jensen recognized the male as Joseph Manitowabi from previous encounters with him. Officer Winter confirmed that Manitowabi was the male who was observed by the officer in the real-time crime center that was believed to be smoking methamphetamine.
Joseph.
Done.
Joseph. Hey, what's going on?
Hey. One of our officers saw you on the camera smoking meth in the,
I wasn't smoking no meth, I was just walking through.
well, they called out your exact description, so you're just going to be detained right now, okay?
Officers Winter, Dean, and Jensen approached Manitowabi with the intent to detain him and conduct the investigation to verify all the information and then make a decision on an arrest. Officer Winter calls out to Joseph by name and informs him of what was seen and that he's going to be detained. Initially, he is cooperative and allows Officer Winter to put his left arm behind his back. He starts to ask questions about where he is going, and Officer Dean removes a jacket he is holding in his right arm to gain control of that arm. At that point, Officer Dean and Officer Jensen have his right arm, and Officer Winter removes his handcuffs from his duty belt while holding onto his left arm. Manitowabi is not fully cooperative, but is also not resisting at this point, which is not uncommon for people being arrested. Officer Winter places a handcuff on Manitowabi's left arm, at which point he tenses up his arms and starts pulling away from the officers. Officer Winter tries to maintain grip on the handcuff so Manitowabi cannot use it as a weapon, and Officers Dean and Jensen attempt to get control of Manitowabi's right arm. However, Manitowabi is able to break free from the officer's grip and quickly starts throwing punches at the officers and then runs away before the officers have a chance to re-engage or utilize another option to gain control. As you can see, this happens very quickly. The officers would have been justified to utilize their tasers on Manitowabi as he had now exhibited physically resistive behavior as is outlined in our conducted energy device policy, which is policy 304 and is also available on our website. However, due to the very rapid pace at which this occurred and the fact he then immediately fled and created distance between himself and the officers, this was not a viable option at that point in time.
Come on, get the wall. What the am I going through, man? Now. Seven's on one central male, northbound Roberts Alley. Punched 2 officers in the face.
The officers take a second to provide information to dispatch and other officers what had just occurred and the direction Manitowabi is heading. They do a quick check on each other, and then Officer Winter begins to pursue Manitowabi on foot. Officer Dean gets in her vehicle, and Officer Jensen gets on the trike that he was utilizing on patrol that day to also pursue Manitowabi. Officer Winter continues to keep an eye on Manitowabi and relays the information of the pursuit to dispatch. Officer Winter eventually catches up to Manitowabi, who then obeys commands and gets on the ground.
Go pursue with him right now. Northbound behind Salvation Army west side. Put your hands in the air now! Stop! One at Tase Point, no sight, Salvation Army.
You can see that Officer Winter has now drawn his taser, as we would not try to re-engage with a physical altercation at this point due to Manitowabi's previous actions. Officer Dean has her firearm drawn to provide lethal cover on Manitowabi, as officers are not sure if he has any weapons or firearms on him at this point. This is also how officers are trained and what is described in Policy 304 for officer safety reasons. As Officer Jensen arrives in the area, you can see a black vehicle ahead of him that obstructed his view of Officer Winter and Manitowabi. Officer Jensen thought that Officer Winter was farther to the north, and this caused Officer Jensen to have to loop around once he determined their exact location. The person driving the black vehicle was actually a citizen that had witnessed the encounter and was likely trying to provide assistance. However, as Officer Winter is giving commands to Manitowabi, he has to tell the person to leave to ensure they are safe and allow the officers to handle the situation. It is important to note how calm all three officers remain and how they then work together to safely get Manitowabi into handcuffs. Officer Dean maintains cover, while Officer Winter and Officer Jensen make contact with Manitowabi to control his arms and place the handcuffs on him. The officers empty his pockets as part of the search incident to his arrest and then calmly get him up and place him in their patrol vehicle.
Ma'am, back up now! Get on the ground! Get your arms out in front of you. Lie down. Put your hands behind the small of your back right now.
How can cover?
Give me your arm. Let go of the handcuff. Fargo 771, Central 183.
Manitowabi was arrested and charged with simple assault on a peace officer, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, refusal to halt, and preventing arrest. Earlier this week, on September 8th, he was sentenced to 5 years incarceration, of which he will need to serve 2 years. He will then be on supervised probation for the remaining 3 years. Unfortunately, law enforcement officers are assaulted by members of the public on a daily basis in this country, and Fargo is no different. While it does not occur as frequently here as in some other jurisdictions, it is something we train for and do our best to prepare our officers for while they handle their daily tasks and responsibilities. Our officers are expected to be professional, courteous, and approachable while out in the public, but there is a balance there where officers also need to be on guard to try and prevent things like this from happening. We review these types of incidents to identify things we could have done better and evaluate if there are improvements we can make with regards to training, equipment, or policy, but also recognize that there are risks involved with being a law enforcement officer. The officers involved in this incident are good officers that work hard to keep their community safe. I'm very proud of the work that they do, and I'm very happy to inform you that they were all back out on the street a day after this incident occurred and only received minor injuries. As a department, we want to make sure our officers are also taken care of mentally and emotionally when things like this happen, which is why our officer wellness initiatives are also so important. These officers and all the officers here at Fargo PD should be commended for their willingness to put themselves in harm's way to serve our community and strive to keep the city of Fargo a safe place to live, work, and visit. As always, we appreciate the community's support and are proud to serve you. In an effort to provide full transparency of our officers' actions during this incident, we will now play the full interaction, unedited, from the start of our contact with Manitowabi until he is placed in the back of a squad car. Thank you.
10-4 larger than American male. The Joseph? Tim. Joseph.
What's going on?
Hey. One of our officers saw you on the camera smoking meth in the.
I wasn't smoking no meth, I was just walking through.
Well, they called out your exact description, so you're just going to be detained right now, okay?
I didn't do nothing.
Can you go ahead and put your hands behind your back, please?
I didn't do nothing.
Can you just go ahead and put your.
No, can I call? Can I get some help? No. What did I do wrong? Where am I going to?
Detained. Put your hands in the back. It's okay.
Where am I going to?
Put your hands behind your back.
What did I do wrong?
If you put your hands behind your back, we can tell you.
Come on, get the wall.
Where the am I going to, man?
Now.
Seven's on one central male, fleeing northbound Roberts Alley. Punched two officers in the face.
Yeah, we're good.
You good?
Yeah. Let's get him. He's running towards the Salvation Army lot right now. The American Royal light blue jeans, dark blue tank top, long hair. West side of Salvation Army. I'm at foot pursuit right now. Northbound behind Salvation Army, west side. Put your hands in the air now! Stop! One at tase point, north side, Salvation Army. Ma'am, back up now! Get on the ground! Get your arms out in front of you. Lie down. Put your hands behind the small of your back right now.
Oh, okay, cover.
Give me your arm. Let go of the handcuff. Fargo 771, Central 183. Throw my way. Check the sides here.
The chief of police. I was wondering if I'm doing an
Punch
investigation.
a damn officer, man.
I did. He was a traitor. He wasn't an officer.
You want glove up real quick?
I'm the chief of police.
Sit him up. Sit up, man. Bring your knees to your chest. We're
He's
gonna sit
illegally
you.
detained me. I'm undercover.
Get up.
I'm undercover.
Get your knees up now. I don't give a damn. You're undercover.
I'm undercover.
Sit up.
You want a 600?
I'm good.
746. I'm sure we don't need a 600 right now. .746 to the Zebra unit.
Stand up. 1, 2, 3.
On the north side of Salvation Army.
I'm the chief of police. I'm being illegally detained.
10-4.
I order all the chief of police under investigation on why I'm arrested.
3 counts of assault on a peace officer now. Good, Melissa. Take a seat.